Hello, I'm Soycam, welcome back to another Fortnite video. Today I want to talk about the legendary weapons in Fortnite Battle Royale because a lot of people will insist that you need a legendary weapon if you want to win your game of Fortnite. You need to have that legendary scar or the legendary sniper. People just really love these legendary weapons and they think the game's even, broken around them. Like they're just too good and that ruins the diverseness and choice, for instance, for some people. But the truth is really quite far from that. We now have the stats from this game about how much damage, reload, all these stats they all do. And I want to go through them one by one and talk about how the legendary weapons really aren't that great when compared to even their weakest counterparts. So hopefully you'll all enjoy this video. Let's get straight into it and let's start by talking about the legendary scar. This is one particularly people on my stream just seem to love, and everyone on everyone's stream seem to think that when you have the legendary scar, you don't need a shotgun, you don't need a sniper. This legendary scar does the same job for you, but the truth is actually kind of far from that. So to prove that, we have again all 5 assault rifles here from common to legendary, and even that huge gap from the worst assault rifle full auto in the game to the very best assault rifle is from 30 damage to 36. In percent terms, that's 20% extra damage, and first that sounds like a bummer, like, oh, 20%, that's not that great, but it's even worse than that when you dig into it. So that 20% damage increase from 176 damage per second to 214.5 damage per second, which again sounds kind of big on the surface, realistically only matters in very specific situations, such as, for instance, when you're killing someone at 100 or 200 health, which, is a lot of the time because Fortnite is a fixed health game, but bear in mind, even then, at 200 health, that means that it would go down from killing someone in 7 shots with the assault rifle common to killing someone in 6 shots with the assault rifle scar, the legendary one. So that means that realistically you're going to be doing 1 less shot to kill, and how often does 1 less shot to kill matter? Sometimes, but not every single fight, and that means that a lot of the time you won't even notice the extra damage. And bear in mind, again, that's only at health values where that 1 extra shot to kill really does come in useful. There's a lot of cases, such as 75 health, where a lot of people will be at. 75 health can be killed in 3 shots for both a common rifle and for someone with a legendary scar. So yeah, there's a lot of times where you won't even get to experience the extra damage, but you might say, well, I mean, the rest of the weapon's kind of good too, like it does more against like barriers, and also it reloads faster, right? You can definitely feel that, but the reload time, again, from common to legendary is only a 9% decrease. It's not even 10%, it's like 8 and a bit percent decrease from the assault rifle common to the assault rifle with the legendary status attached to it, which means that you get a 9% faster reload. Does that really matter? Again, sometimes, but it's not one of these like game-defining moments because, again, you can kind of see that sort of a thing doesn't matter too much. And then the impact has another 20-something% increase, so it does make a difference when you're destroying stuff. You'll destroy it 20% faster, but it's not this huge, like 200% better, 6 times better people seem to think it is. It's just a slight iteration upgrade, and again, they all seem to have the same accuracy as far as we are aware. So the second legendary we're going to talk about is the bolt action sniper rifle. Again, this is a similar thing where people think it's amazing, and if you do amazing stuff with it, you're like, oh, I did great with the legendary, but the truth is, when you go to all the stats again, the worst sniper you can get is a rare sniper, which means the damage on that is only, it's less than 10% difference between the rare and between the legendary sniper, which means you'll kill someone if they have 100 health, no matter what, no matter where you hit them. If you get a headshot, you'll kill them regardless if they have shield too, and that's the same for both the rare and for the legendary sniper. It just feels better with the legendary because when you get a one-hit kill, you're like, wow, that's the legendary hitting, but it makes no real effective difference, again, because of how health values work in this game. And then if you look at the fire rate, exactly the same. If you look at the, the reload time, it's 10% less, and then you look at the impact and it's like, oh, you can destroy I guess metal stairs that you can't with the regular one. Basically, only matters against very specific pieces of equipment because it does so much damage anyway. And yeah, there's a fairly similar trend to this 10% increase from the semi-auto sniper too. If there's an epic semi-auto sniper that does 63 damage, the semi-auto sniper that's that's legendary does 66 damage. What is that? A 5% increase. Not even 5%, I don't think, but it's a really, really tiny percent increase. And then it does a little bit more against, structures as well. And then it reloads about 10% faster. Which means that, yeah, you get only a 10%, not even that, like 5-ish% increase from the semi-auto sniper epic to the semi-auto sniper legendary. It's nice when you get one, it's golden, but because the only 2 tiers you can get are epic and legendary, it's kind of, weighted that way. The system is kind of against you in that way, which is something that you might not know. So then if we go through the rest of them, there's only a few more legendaries to talk about. There is, of course, the legendary rocket launcher, which again, sounds so much better than the regular one, but realistically, they all do pretty much kill damage. Again, rare rocket launchers launcher does 110 damage, a legendary launcher does 121 damage. They can do a bit more when they hit you in certain places, but still, it's only a 10% increase in the best case scenario from rare to legendary, and the impact goes up from 10% again, and the reload time goes down by about 11 or 12% this time. So, oh, that's nice and crazy, right? Same thing's true of the legendary rocket launcher. It goes down, it reloads 10% faster, does 10% more damage, does 10% more impact. Basically, my point here is that legendary weapons and rare weapons and epic weapons, they seem so much better because they have nicer colors. Everyone wants to get these better weapons, and they're always going to be worth picking up. This isn't a video telling you not to pick up weapons, because if you have a blue weapon and you can see a gold one, pick it up, sure. However, you got to bear in mind it's not worth risking a whole bunch for. A lot of people go for these supply drops because they're like, sure, it's worth maybe dying to get it, but it's realistically not. Use your 20% less powerful rifle. Even if you have a common going up to a legendary, maybe you can justify it. 20%, that's going to help you win that last gunfight. But if you have an epic and you're going up to a legendary, it's only ever going to be a 5% increase in your your damage output, and therefore I'm going to recommend against legendary weapons if it's a big risk to get it, if you would put yourself at risk of death to get it, and also if people think that they're OP, they're not. It's just one of those things where when you have them, you feel OP, you feel like you're doing better, you feel like your shots are just connecting, and then there's something to keep in mind there. So the one thing I will mention before we go here is going back to the Scar, because the legendary Scars are different, actual model to the weapons, it actually does a different firing sound, so it's almost like it has a silencer. That's the one thing I'd say that I'd recommend, like, oh yeah, well, I mean, the legendary Scar does have a benefit of being kind of silenced. There's like some hidden benefits to some of these weapons, but the reality is most people think it's a damage, output hose, but it doesn't really do that. It does 20% more damage at most. So with that said, I hope you all enjoyed this video. You can like it if you did like it, you can share it if you really liked it, and yeah, this is a Fortnite channel. If you want to see more Fortnite videos, please subscribe and turn notifications on, because it's good for you or something. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in another video. I want to make some more of these technical breakdowns, so yeah, I guess you'll see those soon. Bye.